Hello world, this is an Astro up to level 80 guide. This is Shadowbringers 5.2. For the glamour set, we have the Moonlit Moggle Moglobe, the Endless Summer Glasses, Far Eastern Maiden's Tunic, Tantalus Cuffs, and Tantalus Breeches, and we have the Far Eastern Maiden's Boots. For the accessories, you can find them in the description along with the link to the rest. Welcome to a Shadowbringers Skill Spotlight. At level 72, we get Combust 3, deals magic damage over time, potency of 60, duration of 30 seconds. It is instant cast with a spell global cooldown. And also at level 72, we get Malefic 4, deals magic damage with a potency of 250. It has a cast time and a spell global cooldown. At level 74, we get Celestial Intersection. It is instant cast with a 30-second off global, and it restores own or target party members' HP, care potency of 200. For this ability, make sure you are in either Diurnal or Nocturnal Sect, otherwise it's going to be grayed out and you won't be able to use it. Celestial Intersection, treat this as a mini collective on conscience. It does the opposite of whatever sect you're in. So for instance, if we are in Diurnal Sect, it's going to do a shield, and if we are in a Nocturnal Sect, it's going to do a regen. For the effect is a shield, duration of 30 seconds, with a potency of 200 of the amount of HP restored. In Nocturnal, it's going to do a regen with a cure potency of 150, duration of 15 seconds. At level 76, we get Horoscope, reads your fortune and those of nearby party members, granting them Horoscope duration of 10 seconds. Nearby as in 20 yalms, much wider than Helios. It is instant cast with an ability off global of 60 seconds. Now, you can press the button again before the 10-second timer expires to heal everyone in the area for 200 potency. Effect upgraded to Horoscope Helios. Upon receiving the effect of Helios or Expected Helios, duration of 30 seconds, you press the button again to do a Horoscope Helios cure potency of 400 instead. At level 78, we get Enhanced Essential Dignity. Honestly, it just lets you use it twice. And a 2. And finally, at level 80, we get Neutral Sect. Increases healing magic potency by 20%. It is instant cast with 120-second off global. Additional effect, your Aspected Helios and Aspected Benefic receive the effects of both Diurnal Sect and Nocturnal Sect, duration of 20 seconds. It is pretty straightforward. This is kind of used as a setup tool. You can also use it mid-fight to just kind of give your party and your tank a more survivability. But like I said before, this is pretty much a setup tool. Before we move on, in terms of DPS rotation, not much has changed from the level 50 guide, so go ahead and go back and look at that one if you need a reference for DPSing. But with that, let's move on to the actual off-global priority. So we're moving on to the off-globals. Celestial Intersection is one of those off-globals that are very simple to use, but mechanically intuitive. I'm not going to go too much into this sort of stuff because it is pretty straightforward what it does. If you're in Diurnal, it's going to apply a shield, and if you're in Nocturnal, it's going to apply a regen to the target for a very shorter amount of time. Now, the way to effectively use this, much like I mentioned with the 60-second off globals, that we want to jumble them together, the same applies to this, actually. You saw the draw card, how it has a 30-second off global. Well, so does Celestial Intersection. In a way, we're literally going to use this on a tank and immediately draw a card. That's it. That's how we use it. Anytime the draw mechanic is available, we toss Celestial Intersection on our designated target, which most of the time will be the tank, and we immediately draw a card right afterwards. By putting these two on the same timer, it saves us time and it makes it more efficient. Horoscope is essentially a setup tool in its origins. Pop Horoscope into an Expected Helios or Helios before the fight begins, and then boom, you have a instant 400 potency for the rest of the group. Even if you're up against a single target boss or just a majority of targets, your focus is the tank most of the time, but there's also the room-wide mechanics, the stack mechanics. 400 potency is very effective when it's literally an off-global click away. Again, there are some drawbacks to this. For example, I want to pop my Horoscope, so this is the example. Pop the Horoscope whether I'm in a Diurnal or Nocturnal, which is the more effective way. We want to use the Expected Helios. Again, you can just use the regular Helios. We're going to have the same timer on both of these buffs. The issue with this, pretty much the only issue that I have with this is you want to have, actually two issues. You want to have a form of healing already out on the field. So for example, your 60-second off globals, you want to toss those out. The second issue with this is if you don't notice the timer, unlike Earthly Star where it auto detonates, it just vanishes. Be very mindful of the timer on the Horoscope and make sure to press the button unless no one needs heals, of course. And finally, the neutral sect tip that I can give you guys is this is basically a setup. You can do this right before the fight begins, just like Horoscope. They're both setup tools, or you can just do it right in the middle of the fight. You can gain that 20% increase to magic healing. That goes to your shields, that goes to your regen. I'm gonna use 1, 2, let's swap to Diurnal, 3, and a 4. This is what you're able to do. So I can do all of this right before the fight begins. We have shields and regens everywhere. The tank should be good. So it literally lets you do the opposite of what the tooltip says. While you're in neutral sect, you want to DPS as much as possible. Hello everyone, this is going to be a Astrologian dungeon example up to level 80, if I can find the button for this. There it is. This will be the Twining. If I go quiet, it's just I'm focusing a bit, and this class gets a little hectic after some time. I'm going to toss, reapply that regen here on the tank here soon. It goes on the Black Mage. Toss that into a spell. No. There we go. Toss this into Earthly. Celestial first. Collective. Reapply off globals. Remember to use that along with draw every single time. This goes on myself, I believe. Okay. That pops. Reapply this. Wait a bit. Lightspeed. AoE. And that dies. So we have a shield for our next encounter. Shield up. Swap. We have a free shield. We're going to dot into 2 off globals. Dot again. We're going to use that on myself. Watch the timer on the Horoscope. Okay, we're going to use this on the tank. I think he's fidgeting a bit because the commentation or the commentary takes a lot of time from my playstyle. I typically don't talk at all when I do this sort of stuff. Okay, let's do that. We're going to do spell up again. Earthly Star. Celestial. Collective. Heal up the tank. Use that on the monk. Don't know why he's taking damage. Heal up the tank. That goes on the Black Mage. The Earthly should pop anytime soon. We're going to use this on the monk. Use that on the Black Mage. No, not yet. A bit of time. I'll use it on myself. Okay, let's reapply card and the buff, and that should be good. So it's very hectic, but of course it's a lot less to swallow if you're not doing commentary. Goes on the Black Mage. Still a bit of time left. Let's do our Horoscope. You're typically supposed to wait for an AoE, but I like to set things up sometimes. Waiting for that regen timer. Okay, let's apply a shield. Goes on the Black Mage again. Ooh, don't like this. Back up. Okay, let's set things up. Regen into Celestial Unconscious. Watch that timer on the Horoscope. Let's pop that. Apply regen, Sinistry, Lightspeed. 2 more off global since we're in Lightspeed. That goes on the monk. Let's set this up so Horoscope and Neutral Sect basically go together like bread and butter sometimes as a setup tool. We're going to use Horoscope now. Heals everybody. Let's do that divination. I'm going to do a regen. Watch the timer on the Horoscope. Okay. I'm staying right here. So this is where Horoscope comes in. Free heal for everybody. Let me do that on the monk. We're going to apply our 60-second off globals again. Plenty of time on that dot on the boss. Collective. Wait a few seconds. Nothing. Let's keep going. Regen. Off globals. Remember to always keep things jumbled together. 60s, 30s, 120s, Horoscope and Neutral Sect. Jumble all those together. Make things a lot easier on this pretty much the hardest healer in the game. And that's it. Hello world, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe here. You can also donate if interested in supporting the channel. More content to watch on the right side. If interested in joining in the Tempest Talons, info in the top left. And as always, good luck to you, and we'll see you next time.